Hi there and welcome to Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking out the channel today and joining us on this episode. Okay, so as you can see, the table is quite jam-packed with stuff, so hopefully it won't go on and on and on this video, but we've got quite a bit to get through. Okay, so I think apart from that one, which has had a brief appearance, and that one before has been on a video, all these are completely, totally new to the channel. So, quite recently, I've been selling off some of my other cars to fund future, content, which is generally how I usually work things. But I'm gonna have to be, I'm also getting stuff lined up now because circumstances have slightly changed. My wife is just gone on maternity, so when that happens, your wage drops from what you're usually getting. Also, some other personal circumstances have changed, which means less money is now coming in. Obviously, I'm not trying to make this sound like a sob story or anything. It is what it is. So things have changed. So I've been selling some stuff off and then getting some stuff in to keep content going. So, and that's still, I'm still expecting the Tamiya BB01 or BBX to turn up very soon, because I think they are now in the country at the time of filming this video. So we're just waiting for them to come into the stores and get distributed out to customers. I placed the pre-order when they were announced, as soon as they were announced, so I'm sure I placed that pre-order in about March, might have been before that. So, and I've still got the car show Optima Mid Cosworks to build, Monogram Mad Wolf, so I've still got them to do as well, and then I've got these in as well. So, well, I don't know, what do we start with? Well, we'll start with this one because this is done and dusted, and this is my Mardave 1300 oval stock racer. Now, I finished it off last week and it had its first outing last Thursday, and I really enjoyed it. It was great fun, and actually I'm out again tonight. I will be racing this again. I did have a bit of bad luck in the final. My car decided to shut itself down, and then once you're in the final, that's it. If your car breaks down, you're not allowed to put it back on track, even if it was just a simple fix of re-plugging the battery in. So I need to look at that today. But for its first outing, I got some good results in the heats. Really pleased with how it was driving. I think the only thing I altered on it was the ride height on it a little bit, and had a tip off fellow racer Gary, and just told me to put some super glue where on the front, where to put it on the front tyres. And apart from that, it's as I built it, and yeah, really pleased with that so far. So I'm out with that later. So at some point I will try and get a video of this running, but that's my 1300 oval car, which is a Mardave 1300. So that's really cool, really pleased with that. Anyway, I will put this down for now because there's so much up here. And what else have we got? This, so we'll go on to this one next as well. You have seen this briefly in another video. That's the Sportwerks Raven BX from about 2006. I've done a little bit of work on it. I've had this running now. It's still sporting pretty much the standard electrics that come with the kit, although I had to change the steering servo on it. Why did I change the steering servo on it? Yeah, the one that came with it sadly didn't work properly, and neither did the handset. It wouldn't do the channel reverse wouldn't work on the steering, so it was constantly backwards. So I had to put a different receiver in to get it going. But I've had it working, and yeah, that'll probably be one of the first ones that we see back on the channel with a video of it actually running and whatnot. We'll see. But yeah, so the Sportwerks Raven. And then I can't remember when I got this. Well, they're all fairly recently. Mad Fighter, Tamiya DT01 Mad Fighter. Yeah, nothing super special about the kit itself. I did like the DT01s. I had the RX, the Memorial Edition, which was cool. Again, sold it at the time. Probably wished I hadn't done, but it is what it is. That's what happens. And also I did have a Rookie Rabbit as well. Now, what I did when I had my Rookie Rabbit, I put the clear gearbox on, so which was like off the Mark 1 Mad Fighters, and the metallic red Mad Bull edition. You got them on that as well, or some of them at least. So I was looking in for like an early version of the Mad Fighter. This one popped up, and it's got the clear gearbox, battery retainers and front shock tower on, which is what I want. Now, I am actually going to turn this into a bit of a, well, I'll say a bit of a racer, but yeah, I just wanted to upgrade it a little bit, and I'm probably going to do a bit of fun racing with it. So again, project for in the future. I've got no immediate rush for this, but I saw it and I thought I will get that while I can. As I said, I could have got any Mad Fighter, Mad Bull thing, but I wanted the one with the clear gearbox. So that's coming. I'll move these things around. Put another one down here a minute, just to give me some space. Also, I absolutely love this. Now, as you all know, especially if you're regulars, I love hoppers and hornets and things. And I was scouting for another one for my local club that I run, Blackpool and Fylde Radio Control Car Club, because we run a hopper class. And so I picked one up for that, but I also came across this at the same time. Now this one is, I think maybe apart from the tyres, it's totally vintage. So it's still got all its mechanical, it's got its mechanical speed controlling, the little 4-cell AA battery holder to power the receiver. It's got some old Futaba servos in, 380 motor still in there. It's all, as I said, it's all vintage with the exception of the tyres and the decals, as you can tell as well. They are a copy, they're MCI Racing ones, they're a copy of the original decals, but they're just in a custom colourway. But I really liked it with the blue painted shell, and I couldn't resist it. So my plan for this is to essentially, I want to buy for it genuine like vintage hop-up options for it, upgrades, via, you know, by third party companies like CRP, Racing, and you know, things like that basically. So I might be looking for like some alternative bumpers, rear bumper guard, the anti-roll bar, UG anti-roll bar kit. Now I know they did it for the Hornet, and you might be able to fit it to the Grasshopper. It fits slightly different at the back. So just things like that. Maybe some of the Nerf bars as well at the side. But I'm just looking for some period, because I want to keep it all 80s. So that's the plan on that one. And again, that will come back on the channel at some point. Now, this is totally cool as well. This is, I'm sure some of you will recognise this. It's a 1/20 scale, 1/12 scale. It does sort of say on the tyres, if you can read it. It says Bolink diggers. So this is a Bolink digger, and even well, it might even be a Robbe, because that's what it says on the chassis. The bottom, Robbe Bolink digger. So it's 1/12 scale. It's pretty similar in some respects to like a Marde mini stock. So I'm going to take this little body off. I got this actually, I got this imported from Germany. Now, the top deck is not the original one. I have seen one, so I may invest in that, or I don't know, I might just use that, to be honest. But if I can get one, I'll get one. So it is a really basic car, as I said, just like the Marde mini stocks really. It does have a little bit of front suspension. You've got your steering bar at the front and your uprights. Unfortunately, there is a crack in that one, but it has been repaired. So for the amount of use I'm going to give it, it'll probably be all right. And then it's got a Futaba MC112B ESC fitted. The world's biggest receiver, which is there. It's absolutely sort of massive, if you can see it. So yeah, so I've got that in as well. Now, what I really would like is a Bolink Digger 10. They're really cool, and basically that is an off-road buggy that Bolink did. So I am on the lookout at some point for a Bolink Digger 10. But I thought this was really cool. Again, I know there's a couple of people who have got these in the UK, but it's one of these things that I don't think you see tons and tons of over here. And again, you've got the Bolink on the 540 motor, just like the Mardave. It's pinion direct to the spur gear on the driven axle. I say Bolink, they did pan cars, and they do drag cars as well, so they do make quite a bit of other stuff. But yeah, I fancied picking this up when I saw it. So we've got this one in as well, so that's going to be very cool to get going. Some of these shouldn't take too much involvement in getting going. I just saw them and thought, oh, they're a bit different, let's have something on the channel. That's the remote for it as well. How cool is that? How dinky is that? I love it. What's it say? It just says Commander 2001. It's brilliant. Absolutely love that. So yeah, we'll be getting that one going as well. Yeah. Now what we'll do is I'm going to move these boxes off here because they're massive. But I got this as well. Picked this up only a few days ago, really. This is a Robbe Cheyenne, also known as a Bluebird Cheyenne as well. I think this was made originally by Bluebird Manufacturing, and Robbe just rebranded it basically under their name, and this is the Robbe Cheyenne. Now, if you remember our tag models, Robbe Navajo, it does share some of the same sorts of plastics. So although they're not fantastic plastics, they're not on the level of what Tamiya were or anything, or Car Show, but it does seem alright. But I think you know, if you gave it a good old thump, you know, it would break. I think you'll struggle to find parts for it, to be honest. Anyway, let me get rid of these. The Graupner handset it came with is ace. Absolutely love that. So when we do another video on this, we'll have another look at that. Anyway, let's move that down a minute. And then just get rid of that box. Came in its original box with manual. I think that's ace. Now, I'm led to believe, again, if anyone knows better, please do let me know. I'm led to believe that this was basically, it came built already in the box, but you had to put your own electrics in. That's what I can sort of roughly garner. Information seems to be fairly scarce on these. I couldn't find anything on YouTube at the time when I looked. Now, to me, this sort of looks somewhere across between a Car Show Tomahawk, Ultima, and a Tamiya Fox. To me, it does anyway. You know, the wings are not attached properly either, which I'm going to just take off so we don't lose it. But, as I said, all the electrics are in. The owner said, I've not fired it up yet, the owner who I bought it off, the original owner, said it all works. It's got its motor in at the back. I tell you what is really cool is this here is the resistor heatsink on the front there. I love that. That's a really cool touch. Now there is some tyre wear to the rear, but to be honest, if I hold that up there, I don't think that's had a great deal of use at all. That's in fabulous condition, really. So yeah, I can't wait to be working on this one. It's got front and rear anti-roll bars, rear alloy shock tower. Now, for some reason, considering it's not being used much, it has had some damage at some point. This side of the original shock tower has broke, so someone's made an alloy one there, which has made it really, you know, quite nicely, but it's in completely at the wrong angle to that one. So yeah, so I'm going to try and source another one for it, or at worst, I will either cut it down and re-drill this lower so it matches this side if I can't find a shock tower, or maybe take, I think they're separate, these parts. I'm not sure if it connects all the way underneath, I don't know, I've not looked at it, but I might somehow get one of these made up. We'll see, I've not decided yet. But yeah, so can't wait, absolutely can't wait to get stuck into that one. I think that is ace. Again, I don't think you're going to see many of these personally. So yeah, so lots of stuff going on. I'll let you know one of some of the things I've got rid of as well. The Tamiya TT02 Type SRX I sold in the end. Again, it was a case of I didn't really want to, but I've had to. But the cool thing is, it's gone to Paul at Inside Line Models. He races at our club as well, so I still get to see it, which is awesome. And he was racing it last night at our club night, and it is fantastic round the track. I've got some raw footage of it racing, so I will try and upload that at some point so you can see it. If you don't know Paul, he's actually he's a 1/10, generally 1/10, 1/8 off-road driver at national level, so he's a very good driver. And yeah, it was that thing was like a rocket. Absolutely fantastic watching it going round. So I'm glad it's gone where it's gone, and it's good to see it on track doing what it was meant to do. So that's cool. What else have I got? I got rid of my Tamiya Defender CC02. Again, all these cars I didn't really want to get rid of, but because I'm waiting on the Charisma Bulldog, which is the Land Rover Series 3, I thought, well, I'm going to get that, so I'll let the Defender go. What else have I let go? I've done other stuff as well, and now I'm going to not remember. Traxxas Bandit's gone, my original vintage one. I'm trying to think now. There's something else. There's other stuff's gone as well. I can't think off the top of my head, so I apologise. The FTX roller touring chassis that we got in, that I originally got for my Atlanta race, he's decided he's not interested in it, so that will be going as well now. My Tamiya TD2 buggy, that was also gone as well. So things have been going to allow me to carry on to do stuff. It's just what happens. Anyway, so yeah, I felt like it was quite a bit of an update there to get through, to let you know what's going on. And I hope you'll come back and you'll see how we get on with the cars. I say I've got no timescales on these projects because we've got other things still to fit in. As soon as that Tamiya BBX or BB01 arrives, that'll probably take top priority. Again, still waiting on that Charisma Bulldog kit to come in. Got the FMS FCX 24 Chevy Blazer to do still. Got to customise the Magnum truck, which I had the video out earlier recently. So that's got loads of stuff going on. So if you don't want to miss any of it, and you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated, and you'll be able to see all the latest content and previous as well to check out. And also you can come and find us on Instagram and Facebook under Andy Robinson RC. Now what I will do is, just before we end the video, I'm sorry if this one's dragged on, but I felt like I had to get quite a bit in. What I'll do is, I'm going to make a mess of that. Shove that there. Yeah. I'm going to put these back on the table. I'm going to get the camera over. I'm just going to go and pan over them so you can just maybe see them a little bit closer up. So I'm just going to do that for you. Because I think they are rather cool stuff to look at. Dave. No, that's the Tamiya. I do apologise. So yeah, I feel like I've got projects coming out of my ears now. But you know, you guys know what it's like. You guys and girls know what it's like. And this is what the hobby does to you. Right, okay, so I'm going to bring the camera over and just have a quick scan over at the cars and what's coming up, okay? Yeah, sorry about any fingers there. Yeah, so here we go. As you can see, that lovely sort of Bluebird Robbe Cheyenne two-wheel drive buggy. I think that is absolutely brilliant. Can't believe the condition it was in. I didn't think it was going to be like that at all. Really pleased with that. Tamiya DT01 Mad Fighter with the clear gearbox and chop towers and whatnot. Again, that'll be a project at some point. My rather cool 1300 Maude 1300, which I will be running tonight. And then look at this. I think that is wicked. That's the Bolink digger or a Bolink Digger 12. I'd like to find a bit more info on that one because, I was struggling to find some. They did do a Bolink Legends in about 1993, and that looked like it had a similar chassis to the Schumacher Wildcats. And then again, you could get that Beetle shell, except it had an engine on the front and like a stock car body, Ford stock car body or something on it as well. So they did that as well. They updated it, I think, basically. But I think that's more like the original type. But if you've got any more info on that, I would love to find out. My vintage grasshopper. Can't get enough of grasshoppers. And of course the Horizon Hobby Sportwerks Raven BX. Right, so there you go. Update complete. So I hope you enjoyed this video, checking out all these rather cool things. I'm going to go for now. Look after yourselves. Take care. And we will see you all very soon. Bye.